What's up, YouTube? Shaner Stacks here today, and we're going to be talking about the second XDefiant beta because, goddamn, I was blown away. Not going to lie, though, the first 2 hours were rough. I wasn't sure if the movement was changed or if I just couldn't hit my shots. But according to the devs, there was noted sluggish movement that was not intentional during the first day of the beta. So they immediately rolled out a patch to fix all of that issues. And once it was fixed, I was consistently dropping 40 to 60 every game. So, for everyone on the enemy team,
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
but all jokes aside, I am already obsessed with this game. And Face Jev said it best when he mentioned how the map designer deserves the greatest praise. Each map is just so awesome, and the worst map in X Defiant is probably better than any map that we've seen in Call of Duty over the last like 4 years. We just keep getting remaps, and half of the remaps that we're getting are maps that we didn't even enjoy when they were in the old CODs. The first thing I wanted to highlight was the abilities. There are a total of 5 factions with 2 playable characters each, meaning you have 10 abilities. Each faction will share the same ultimate ability, and they're all decent at worst. I found myself constantly using the active camo ability. It's so overpowered to get an active camo every 30 seconds. Shout out my Black Ops 3 fans. I'm not sure if that's how it's going to be when the game comes out, but I'm hoping they don't increase the timer on the abilities because that would result in slowing down the entire gameplay. And I kind of feel like that's the opposite of what they're going for. So the only ultimates I managed to grab clips for were the shield guy and the active camo, but that's just because I just found myself constantly using those characters. The shield guy gets another shield, as you can see, with the shotgun, which is pretty broken as well. The ultimate for the camo guy is also extremely cracked. As you can see, you get sonar goggles, and it comes with a pistol that's one hit kill above the chest. So anyone that runs into you, it just completely gets shredded. For every ability in Ultimate, there's a counter, whether it's an EMP or even your own abilities. There are a ton of outplay mechanics, which kind of brings me to my next point. It must be so hard for these developers. COD is currently failing because they appeal too much to the average player. Everything is so slowed down to cater to their playstyle. XDefiant is taking all those things that are missing in COD, like slide canceling or reload canceling, and adding them, making XDefiant mostly appeal to competitive players. But this game is still in beta, so we should really treat it like one. As you can see in this upcoming
Baba
clip,
Booey.
I EMP'd someone who popped their ultimate shield ability, and it didn't work. With a large majority of the player base coming over for the competitive scene, that could potentially be the downfall of the game for long-term stability. With a lot of people being so good at the game coming from COD or other FPS games, it make it really hard to pick it up if you haven't been into the FPS scene for a while, which, like I said, could be the downfall or potentially the opposite. I mean, there are always going to be casuals in any game, but it'll be really interesting to see how this one plays out. I follow a lot of the team on Twitter, and it seems like they're really dedicated to making a good long-term first-person shooter game. Their communication skills are top tier. They're constantly responding to everyone's tweets, like the bugs. If you tweet them out a video, they're going to actually look at it, and someone on the team is going to respond to you. All of the things are pointing in the right direction for this game. And since we were in beta, there were a lot of things that weren't working, like crossplay invites. But I actually had one of my best moments playing crossplay. So whenever I hopped into a game with my friends, we weren't able to play. But if I was on the same console as someone, whenever we would hop into a lobby, I would literally feel like Prime LeBron and Dwayne Wayne in Miami. There was no one stopping us. My favorite part is when me and my brother partied up on PlayStation, and then my roommate Aaron and one of my close friends were on Xbox, and they also partied up. We tried to get into a lobby for hours. Okay, maybe not hours, maybe like an hour. But on our last attempt, I was like, okay, if this doesn't work, let's just play this game out. We loaded up the same game mode at the same time and finally got placed into the same lobby. And it worked for 2 hours following. And most of those lobbies, we were placed up against each other. But I guess that was still fine too. It was really fun, and it was actually one of the best moments I've had playing a game, period, watching my little 11-year-old brother down talk my roommate and my friend who are in their mid-20s. And they're like, can we even talk back to this kid? He's so young. But I'm just like, yes, Isaiah, get him, because he was cooking them too. He was popping off. So It was really fun to see. The game fully comes out at the end of the summer, and it's going to be free to play. They're going to have 14 different maps, 24 different weapons with 44 different attachments. And Search and Destroy hasn't been confirmed, but I do believe it's a high priority thing. I mean, there are a lot of people that love Search and Destroy. They'll have a new season every 90 days. Every season will have a new playable faction, so that means 2 new abilities, 1 more ultimate. You're going to have new weapons, new maps, pretty much everything you could think of, cosmetics, and ranked is going to be eventually in the game as well. So all my homies that are watching this, you better start grinding this, please. And be sure to let me know some of your thoughts on the beta in the comments down below. I'm curious to see how many of you feel about the game so far. Also, if you enjoyed the video and want to see more videos like this in the future, do all that fun stuff, like, comment, subscribe. I wanted to give a special shout out to my friend Justin. He helped me proofread all my notes for this video. Literally went so hard. And if you're watching this, homie, I just appreciate it. So I had to give you the shout out. Thank you guys. Peace out.